Do you agree, if confirmed, to appear and testify before this committee when requested, to ensure they are thinking about immediate problems and not just long-term problems? Those second and third legal requirements have not been implemented, have they?
In the marble halls where questions weigh like lead, each nominee swears truth with a simple, steady yes. Yes to testify, to share, to meet the clock of Congress. Yes to let no voice be silenced by fear or reprisal. But behind the calm replies, the Senate's gaze grows sharp. For laws were written, Section 902, a map for CAPE to follow. Build your working groups, test your truths. Look not just to tomorrow, but to the urgent now. Yet years have passed, and promises still sleep. Then turns the chair to AUKUS seas, to submarines and allied dreams. What did we learn, he asks, when months of review give us what we already knew? The answer:
Committees of Congress receive testimony, briefings, reports, records, and other information from the executive branch on a timely basis. Do you agree, if confirmed, to appear and testify before this committee when requested?
Yes.
Do you agree to provide records, documents, and electronic communications in a timely manner when requested by this committee, its subcommittees, or other appropriate committees of Congress? And to consult with the requester regarding the basis for any good faith delay or denial in providing such records?
Yes.
Will you ensure that your staff complies with deadlines established by this committee for the production of reports, records, and other information, including timely responding to hearing questions for the record?
Yes.
Will you cooperate in providing witnesses and briefers in response to congressional requests?
Yes.
Will those witnesses and briefers be protected from reprisal for their testimony or briefings?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now we're going to begin a round of 5-minute questions. We'll perhaps take a second round, but as chair, I will try to hold members to the 5 minutes. First of all, a quick yes or no from each of you. Much of the funding in the Defense Reconciliation Bill is unspecific and will technically be at the discretion of the department because of our Senate rules, though we have provided written recommendations for them. Do you commit to follow the Congress's spending recommendations in defense reconciliation unequivocally, Mr. Dill?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Velez-Green?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
And Dr. Todd?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very, very much. Now, then let me start with Mr. Payne, and I thank you for your testimony, where you recognize that CAPE has often been viewed as operating beyond its mission responsibilities and has been under heavy scrutiny. I mentioned a proposal by the House Appropriations Committee, and that you intend to make a priority of focusing CAPE on its defined mission. So thank you for that, and I think it does acknowledge something that we all understand is out there. So 3 years ago, again, some people wanted to get rid of the CAPE office. This committee, working with our colleagues, decided against that, and we worked on a compromise. But it did involve some changes, and you're no doubt familiar with the law, Section 902 in the 2024 NDAA. It said that CAPE needs to do 3 things. First, it must create a working group on analytical methodology, and that was accomplished. Secondly, it must create an analytical cell separate from CAPE to pressure test our most important studies. Third, it must create an alternative analysis, procedures within CAPE to ensure they are thinking about immediate problems and not just long-term problems. Those second and third legal requirements have not been implemented, have they?
Senator, I really appreciate you raising this issue. It's an important one to you and the committee, certainly, and to me as well. In my 30 years of experience, both on active duty and as an
Well, we're going to be limited on time. They've not been implemented, have they?
Senator, as you mentioned, we have stood up the analysis working group, but we absolutely need to do more. Red teaming is an important part of any scientific or analytic endeavor, and if I'm confirmed, I will make it a priority to ensure that we comply fully, working with you, your staff, and the
Okay,
committee.
well, let me just point out, Mr. Payne, you've been deputy director since the law passed, and since January, you've been acting director, and yet the second and third directives of the statute passed by the Congress and signed into law by the Commander-in-Chief have not been implemented, and so that is a concern. Let me turn in the few seconds I have left to Mr. Velez Green. Yes or no? The policy office led the review of AUKUS, right?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, and that review is now correct, is now complete, is that correct?
Mr. Chairman, we're in the final stages in coordination with the Secretary.
Okay. When your colleague, Mr. Noe, was before us, he said AUKUS was focused on Pillar 1. We're familiar with Pillar 1. As a matter of fact, I faced a very lonely period in 2023 as a stick in the mud on this deal, which I did not intend to be. I wanted the Biden administration to invest more in the submarine industrial base, which eventually it did. But do we know anything more about the submarine industrial base now than we did before the review was complete? And what did we achieve by reviewing this deal for more than half a year that we didn't know beforehand?
Mr. Chairman, the Secretary of War directed the Undersecretary of Policy to lead this review to ensure it aligned with the President's intent, which is for it to be as successful as possible on a sustainable basis. Part of that was taking into account the submarine industrial base, production timelines, capacity issues, many of which, sir, that you've led on fixing over many years, but continue to be a challenge, as this now CNO testified recently. We did get, I think, additional insight into the state of things and where we are going on the production issue, on other aspects, and again, all with a very clear and focused intent, collaborative across the interagency and with our Australian counterparts, with the goal of making this as strong and enduring as possible, because it is our view, consistent with what the President said with Prime Minister Albanese recently, that it is in our interest for this to work. We do gain significant benefit from it, and so we want to make it as strong as possible.
Well, I have violated my own edict and gone 45 seconds over, but it would have been unfair to you not to let you answer the question. Supplement it in the second round, if you might, and in the questions for the record.